right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to our younger brothers. And peace and blessing and salutation. Hopefully, they got that pushing his word and truth and their sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful leg, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. All right, what I want to get into, this evening, dealing with self-care, elevation. All right, and it's mainly, a message to you brothers, as we have, been awakened in this ministry, awakened in this truth, okay, as we have been blessed with this knowledge, this understanding, this wisdom, we have to constantly elevate, and within elevation is a thing called self-care, all right, and one thing about it, as we walk in Yahweh Shai, we're becoming something. I always go into that. The Spirit had me to go into that, how we're becoming something. And when you read 2 Corinthians 5 and 17, all right, 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17, therefore, if any man be in Yahweh Shai, he is a new creature. Okay? Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. All things are becoming new. And it's speaking of a perspective, man. Because the way that we look at everything now is completely different, all right, than we look at things before we came into the ministry, because, we was brought up on Western perspectives, what a man was, what a husband was, what a father was, what, a leader was, we was brought up on Western customs, and Western customs is based on what, man? A queen of heaven vibration, a matriarch, okay? Pretty much do as thou wilt, all right? And we had a very warped understanding on what a man was, on what a leader was, what the head of the house was, We didn't have no true understanding until we really got into these scriptures, until the Lord put the Spirit on us, because one of the things that's required, all right, of the Heavenly Father is what? To show yourselves men, okay? So as all things have become new, we got a new perspective on everything, man. All right, because we live in a society now where the men has these such high expectations on them with no appreciation. Like men are required to do these, the average man is required to just to be this Superman on a daily basis with no appreciation, no one to maintain them. Okay, so now as we understand, understanding the leader and the priority and the perspective of what a man is, like now we got to have a perspective as men. We really got to have self-care for ourselves, man. We got to put ourselves first in some situations, man. Because one thing about it, especially a man that wants to do right in this society, what the world does, they put all the burden on the few men that do want to try to do right. That do want to try to be, do right by the family and do right as a husband and do right, at the workplace. Okay? This society wants to put all the burden on them, while everyone else is just free to be, carefree. But like, nah, man, nah, that things are changing, man. The way we think is elevating now. Now we in the mindset now to where, look, we gotta invest in ourselves and pour into ourselves and have self-care for ourselves, man, so we can be the best quality person we need to be for the people that do depend on us, man. One thing about it, your family will run you raggedy and step over you, man. Your job will run you raggedy and step over you, man. Some brothers, hey, you got women that'll run you raggedy and step over you, man. But like, nah, man, you gotta really step back and really, analyze what you're giving attention to, what you're giving your energy to, okay? The time you spend, how you distribute your time. Like, nah, we gotta really consider that, man. We gotta be selfish with those things, man. Because first and foremost, we serve Yahweh by Shem Al Shah. And secondly, we gotta have self-care for us so we can be preserved and be operating at a full efficiency, man. A lot of men, especially in American and Western culture, man, are ran raggedy to the ground, man. because they neglect self-care, trying to hold everything together, man. Trying to be the Superman for, his mama house. If you got a woman, trying to hold that down, the kids, trying to hold the mother-in-law down. Like a lot of men are in these positions where they, run themselves ragged trying to be Superman, but nah. Some things that you gotta neglect, and if it don't take care of itself, hey, let it die. It is what it is. Cause see, one thing about it, when you leave things to fend for themselves, either they fend for it or it don't happen. Hey, they start developing some how-to skills, man. And as men, just speaking from a perspective, and this is a lesson. We're gonna go into precepts, but also, this is my perspective, me speaking as a man, because every brother is in a different, position, in a different time in their life, man, in different phases in their walk. As men, you got men that are different phases through the experiences that they got, based on responsibility that different brothers got, So this is just a perspective in the spirit, from where I'm at with it, man. This is second, let's go from there. Because the scriptures deal with that though, man. Self-care. Okay? This is is the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse. I started at verse 5. This is Sirach 14 and 5. It says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods." Yeah, so he that is evil to himself. Now we utilize this speaking of Esau, how this nigga ruins the earth that he lives on. He destroys the environment that he has to exist in. Okay? But also, his wisdom is manifold. As men, we can be evil to ourselves, trying to, be Superman and hold everything together and neglect our own self-care, man. That's a form of being evil to ourselves, man. Because like I say, one thing about it with this society, when people see that you are capable and reliable, they'll run you to death, man. They'll run you to the ground. They don't have no brakes. We gotta put the brakes on. We gotta be the one to put brakes on things, man. And we can't neglect ourselves and be evil unto ourselves, man. Because a lot of times as men, we put ourselves last, and to see, everyone else, in comfort, we'll put ourselves last, man. But there has the time where, hey, people just gonna have to be uncomfortable, man, because we can't neglect ourselves, man, with our self-care, man, with our health. We gotta get sleep. Hey, we gotta, keep our health up, man. So first and foremost, we can be an asset to the ministry. Okay, because we good to nobody if our health bad, man. Okay, we good to nobody if we always tired and drained and drowsy. So nah, man, and we not, and it ain't to them. To people, it seems like you being an asshole, but nah, man, you trying to preserve yourself so you can be the best version of yourself, man. You don't, like they talk about quality time. Well, quality time is just that. Quantity ain't the same as quality. Quantity has something to do with a measurement, a space of time, okay, or amount. People be wanting quantity time, want you there all the time, around all the time. Nah, you can't do that, man. You gotta step away, get your self-care right, and then you can come back. And then the time you do spend, now that's quality time, because quality has, that's potent. How potent that time is, man. But if we never step back, to sharpen that axe, okay, which is our mind is another thing. We pouring into ourselves with our mind. We're getting into these scriptures. We're learning new things, man. We're learning how systems work, how kingdoms work. Like we're adding value to ourselves. We step away from things to add value to ourselves as men. But this world will deprive you of that. Trying to run you regularly, man. Like Elder Zahab said, this world look at you as a tool. Okay, your family look at you like that, like you just a tool. You see. So reading on, it says, um, Sirach 14:5 said, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure, in his goods." Now I'm gonna jump down to verse 14. It says, "Defraud not thyself of the good day, and let not the part of a good desire overpass thee, man." Let not the part of a good desire to pass thee, man. Because sometimes, we gotta, as we, especially, as we, move in discipline, we move in restraint. Sometimes men is on you, we have to reward ourselves in particular ways, man. Be good to ourselves in particular ways, man. Do something just for us, man. Because we spend our lives all, because as a man that wants to do right, he's always concerned about the well-being of everything around him, man. But like I say, sometimes we have to step away and just be good to ourselves, man. Like I say, going into that self-care, man. You see, it's just a part of it. And the scriptures, tell you, look, defraud not thyself for the good day. Every now and then, you know, hey, do something just for you because you like it, man. The hell with if don't nobody else like it, if ain't nobody else into it. Okay? Because men, you try to, be considerate of everybody, man. But then sometimes, man, nah, hey, do something because you like it. The hell with it. Eat what you like to eat, man. Move how you want to move, man. You know? The hell with what they like, man. Okay? I said we don't, we've been a goddamn doormat forever, man. You see? And it's sometimes, some things you turn the other cheek on, man, but then there's some things, it's like the hell with it, man. I'm gonna do it just because I want to do it, man. You know? All right, so now let's go from there because as we elevate in our thinking, okay, because becoming, like I said, we becoming something, man, and as we become, you know, kingdom minded, as we, put on the mindset of a conqueror, because we're the house of David, man. If we're the house of David, man, we've conquered lands before, man. We've put whole nations in subjection before, man. you know. So our mind should be elevating towards that way, man. Okay. Now, when you go here, which we always get this, okay. Let's get this in I think it's 1 Corinthians 13, and yep, 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. It says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child, understood as a child, I thought as a child." And before we came into the truth, one thing about this society, it has, the adults in general, men and women, it has them on a very childish level. One thing about the West, a lot of adults, are on an extremely childish level, man. Okay? And we think, we're fascinated, with vanity. Like a child is fascinated with vanity. A child can play with a little race car track all day. You know, a child can play a little video game all day. They're obsessed with vanity, man. Okay, and even as adults, you have an adult vanity, man. In this society that we was obsessed with at one time, man. Okay, we were thinking like a child, like at one time, man. Especially in this Queen of Heaven, society. You thought, I remember being, we was younger. You thought going to the skate ring and get a phone number like that was a great achievement, man. Then you get older, you start, getting some box, man. You look at that as the greatest achievement in the earth, man. Then you get older, then how fine the woman is. You like that's a great achievement, man. But as we mature in the spirit, as we mature as rulers and conquerors, man, to be, we see those things as childish, man. Especially here in America, man. The American woman is not an achievement, man. I just been this year, man. I just been, especially I've been freed up to think a little more and just analyze things as of late, man. And man, like the American woman ain't no goddamn achievement, man. Get some American box, like man, it ain't no achievement, man. We should look at those things as the end all be all, man. You should be excited, you can woman tell you, that she gonna be free, Thursday, that's all you thinking about all week, you know. But then as we elevate in this ministry, man, those are childish things, and we put those things away, man. Sex is you love, as a man, men, we that's an enjoyment, that's a pleasure, you know. We love that act, okay. But as we mature, man, that's not the end all be all, man. There's far more greater achievements than just getting some box, man. That comes natural anyway, you know. Like being a conqueror. Like lately, I've been studying, cause I just study all conquerors, man. Like, I got a respect for all conquerors, no matter what nation they come from, man. I be looking at Napoleon, Charlemagne, Genghis Khan, and with Genghis Khan, no one conquered more land than Genghis Khan. Like he conquered twice as much land as Alexander, the Greek. Genghis Khan conquered twice as much land. You know, and uh, one thing about it with the women, he would when he would conquer lands, and he would pick out the women he want. He would line them up, and he had other women inspecting them to see if they had any blemish on them, man. If they had a birthmark, if they had any scars or anything, they would be cast out. And you had women trying to cover their birthmarks with their hair, and then when they get found out with a certain birthmark, they had, a birthmark, and they will be cast out, man. They will break down crying and begging, man, because they want the perks of being, one of those women, man. Because they came with, you will be housed, you would have handmaids, you will have the finest of the clothing, personal, shelves and all these different things, man. And some of those women were kind of, impoverished, so they would try their best, if they had a blemish, to try to cover it up, man. At least to try to, just to be in the consideration, man. Okay, you think Genghis Khan spent all day thinking about some goddamn women, man? And there was a much higher and better quality then. We got the goddamn American woman, man. They got bodies and baggage on them. You see? So now, as we elevate, and start to think like conquerors, man, like, like nothing, the little vanity of America, man, me personally, I don't get excited about that shit, man. My point now, man, like, even to the point with me, like I said, this is just me speaking as a man, all right, in the spirit. Like, man, I don't even want to come behind, I'm tired, I don't want to come behind niggas no more, man. Like, as you deal with the American woman, you coming behind, a lineup of niggas, man. Like, I don't even want to do that. I just wait till the kingdom, man. This is my mind. Now the Lord still, the Lord gonna do what he do. He got things already set up that's beyond, what I can fathom. So the Lord gonna do what he gonna do, man. But my mindset, man, I don't even want to be in that category, man, coming behind niggas, man. I'm tired of that shit, man. Like I've just been thinking, man, this shit is played out. This shit just played out, man. I don't want to do that, man. I just wait, man, because like I say, man, like Howard Shy, he just got the best of the best reserved for brothers, man. And that comes from just elevating and thinking, man. you know, and you go here. I read again. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child, understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things, man." That childish way of thinking, man. Being excited, getting ready to go to the club. You just got this, you all jittery, just hoping you can get a number. And don't let a good looking woman smile at you just in awe. We was in awe with that shit. Like, man, that's childish, man. Okay? Or the ran through woman smiling at us used to have us all jittery and yeah, that's what we based our confidence off of, man. But hell nah, man. Now it's like, man, when I learn something new, about how kingdoms work and how systems work, like that's a better feeling. That's a feeling that goes beyond, dealing with women, man. It's like, damn, that's how they work. Because as men, we're gonna be in charge of running, rounds and provinces and nations, man. Yahweh Shai said he coming back to give us what? Power over the nations, man. And you see the phone went off, man. So this little childish shit, man, like it's time to elevate past that, man. And I say, brother, every brother in a different place in their life, man. This is just, me speaking where I'm at with it, you know. So this ain't nothing that a brother gotta apply, when the video go off, like, but it's just a perspective, I'm putting out there, man. You know. Um, let's get I see you brothers lighting up the comment, boy. Let's get a couple of them. I ain't gonna make it too long, you know. This is Brother Cry Now Laugh Later, Psalm 63:1. It says, "O power, thou art my power. Early will I seek thee." Okay, my soul thirsted for thee, my flesh longing for thee in a dry and thirsty land. And that's how we are in the spirit, man. We desire, that's why Howard Shah said, man, I'm from above, y'all guys from beneath, man. We seek those things above now, man. This shit here that we exist in, man, we seek something way above this, man. Way above this, man. Hey, I'm fed up with the dysfunction, man. Like I said, this is me speaking personally, man. I'm fed up with that shit, man. I throw the towel in, man. I can't do that shit, man. I refuse. I can't act like that shit normal, man. Like that shit, man. I'm done with it. Like we elevate past that, man. Howard Shah got something way better in store for us, man. We do what we gotta do, and if the Lord, He set something up, we can't, cause guess what? Just as the Lord had mercy on us, man, hey, it's gonna be a situation we gonna have to have mercy, man. So it's a balance to everything. You see? So let's go here. Uh, this is back for the brother. It says, this back in Psalm 63:6, it says, "When I remember thee upon my bed and meditate on thee, and it says, and meditate on thee in the night watches." Yeah, because this is what we, this is what we should be obsessed with now. The way we used to think of worldly things, trying to get money, chasing clout, trying to be popular, man. We thought on those things, women, we thought on those things continually, man. We stayed on these little sites and social media continually, man. But now we should be on this continually, man. As an Israelite, man, we should be obsessed with power and ruling and righteousness, man. That's what we should be obsessed with, man. Everything else is gonna be there, man. And it says, and then I say everything else pretty much played out. We done did everything. We done did everything. We done been exposed to so much, in the flesh in America. So we done pretty much did everything, and it says, back to Isaiah, this is the brother Isaiah Banya Howard, Psalms 25:2. It says, "Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait on thee." We waiting on Yahweh Shai. Like that's the only exciting thing that just get you, riled up is just waiting on Yahweh Shai, man. Waiting on Big Brother come back. Like that's what has us riled up now, man. You see, not the things of this world, man. Nothing here is, nah, man. We waiting on Yahweh Shai. Okay, and it says, got a few more that came to mind. Let's go here. Because even speaking on self-care, serving Yahweh Shai is self-care. Because it's a healing. You know, it's a healing to us. It's a healing to those that watch. You know, so pretty much it's self care and nation care combined, man. Like serving Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, man. You know, so let's go from there. Um let's get this in Psalms. Yep, it says Psalms 37:4. It said, "Delight thyself also in the Lord, and He shall give thee the desires of thine heart," man. So as we delight ourselves in this ministry, man, and if this becomes our, and see, this has to become our joy. You know, like what we becoming has to become our joy. You know, and the Lord gonna give us our desires, man. Because even, you know, like the brothers' houses that are delivered, brothers, wives, you know, hey, they're gonna be upgraded to the best of the best. You see, like everything that we desire comes from serving Yahweh Shem Al Shah. It's gonna be given to us through our delight in Yahweh Shem Al Shah. And see, our desires have changed now. Okay? Our desires have changed. So like the Lord gonna give us our desires and righteousness, and see, as us becoming a new creature, we got new desires, man. Okay? It ain't the old desires that we had, man, when we just, because that's another thing, the Israelite man in this society is so deprived of everything that, Jake just, we was prone to taking to self anything, man. You know? Just terrible situation. We just happy to be there. Toxic situation. You just happy to be there. You know? But what's happening, hey, as Israelite men, we waking up from that bad deal like, nah, we a new creature like, nah, we desire something way above that, man. You know? Hey, there's beauty that we haven't even seen before, man. Like there's something beyond, what we see. That's why the scriptures say that the temporal, the things that we see are temporal, man. It's the things that we don't see, man. There's levels to the blessings of Yahweh by Shema Al Shah, man. And that's something to get excited for, man. You know? Verse 5, it says, "Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass," man. You know? And that's why it's in time now to be more committed to this. And as we commit more to the ministry, we have to commit more to our own self-care, man, so we can perform just like an athlete. You know, those athletes are so committed to the training so they can keep performing at this high level, man. You know, and we have to be like that. Like we have to really pay, give attention to our self-care so we can perform in the ministry at a high level, man. Be sharp in our thinking, man. You know, be having energy, man. You know, and also clearing up free time for this, man. You see? So let's go. I got one more. Now I end it out. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 17. All right, this is Psalms 17 and 15. "As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied when I awake in thy likeness," man. And that's God-like forms. Okay, we the sons of God. So King David, like, I'm gonna be satisfied when I wake up in your likeness, man. What the Heavenly Father say? Their glory will I take unto me. Okay? We're going to be an extension of the glory of Yahweh Shema Al Shah in the earth. Okay? Just the presence of an Israelite man is going to be a token that there's a higher power, man. Okay? We're going to be an extension of the Lord's glory in the earth. Okay? The sons of God want to be God-like, man. Okay? That King David said, "I'll be satisfied then." And King David had, King David had trillions. When you go to his treasury, man, he would have been considered a trillionaire of today, man. He had the women. He had these things, man. But then he said, "I'll be satisfied when I awaken your likeness," man. You see, he was thinking above. You see, he was thinking above mortal men. He had another way of thinking, man. Okay? So I just want to put that out there, Lord will, you brothers, we're edified to the next time. I say Shalom. Form Yashala, Abba, DTA, Shalom.